Layoffs are getting real, family. Got people crying, crashing out, feeling stuck, as they say, between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, the job market, what job market is the question everybody asking. Everybody is asking what job market. You can't get a job, but they for surely can lay you off. Family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe and ring the post notification bell as well. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Okay, well, I just got laid off from my company and I'm really, really upset. I thought I was done crying, but I don't think I am. I worked at my job for almost 3 years. It was like my 3-year anniversary in the next like 2 weeks. And I just really loved my job, and I'm just really sad that I don't have it anymore.
Bogus. They let her go right 2 weeks before her 3-year anniversary. You see how they always get you like that. They let you go while you're on vacation, while it's your B-day, your 3-year anniversary. It seemed like major events were what people would deem major in this world. This is when they let you go. They let you go when they know that you need that job, or you're excited about a promotion even. Oh, I think I'm about to get promoted. I'm due for a promotion. Cut. Get them up out of there. Oh yeah, I'm about to celebrate my 3 years. Deuces.
And I'm still like processing and like just in full like panic mode because I'm like, I need money, I need job security, like obviously I need to pay rent next month. Like I'm just really like freaking out, and it's just not a good feeling. I feel like my main like source of sadness is just that I really enjoyed going into my office every day for the past 3 years. Like I've gone through a lot while having this job, and I would just always tell people like I'm so thankful to have this job because it's really like pulled me out of like some dark times, like because I knew I had to go into my office, like, and the content, like the work of the job I really enjoyed too, and I just felt like I was really doing a good job, and so that like really sucks.
That's why she crying. She enjoyed the job. It got her out of a dark place. She actually liked her job. A lot of folks don't like their job. She loved her job. It's painful when you like the job. It's not something that you're just doing. It's actually something that either you enjoy or you're passionate about, and they let you go. That one hit worse.
But yeah, I don't really know. I'm so sick of crying on the internet. I'm sorry. I've never been laid off or anything, so I don't really know like what to do or say. I'm trying to like keep myself busy, and it's only been like a few hours. So I know this is gonna be like a whole new chapter for me, and I have a lot to figure out. I have a few weeks of severance, which is fine, but I know like the job market is like, you know, takes a while to find something. I'm just the most sad because I just really liked my job. I liked being there. I liked going in every day. And I'm gonna like really miss it. I miss this chapter of my life, so I don't know. That's it. I guess like unemployment content coming your way. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be done crying on the internet for right now, but we'll see.
A few weeks of severance. What's that supposed to do? I've been hearing that. People are talking about, at least I got 2 weeks of severance. 2 weeks? You can't find a job in 2 weeks. 2 months? Damn near. It take about 2 years.
I don't know if I'm gonna be laid off. I don't know if I'm gonna end up finding something before then within the same realm. But I am not the only one that's gonna be laid off. In my department alone, by the way, before we start, I work for Miami-Dade County, local government. And I just want to bring awareness to what's going on because I don't see this in the news. I don't see this on Google News. I don't see it on the TV, our local news. I don't see this information anywhere. So I had no idea this was coming. We had no idea this was coming. And now we are being faced with being laid off on September 30th. We are expected to get a letter soon, probably within the next 7 days, letting us know our next step, basically, if we're going to be laid off, demoted, with that pay, with the demotion pay, not the pay that we was getting before, or put on part-time or sent here or there. I don't know. When I tell y'all I'm so confused right now, I think I'm hurt more because how confused I am. So all of a sudden, abruptly, I get a notice to come to a meeting.
You already know how that ends up. You abruptly get that notice to come to a meeting. You're fired. You're laid off, whatever. I don't know how she didn't know that all of the government jobs are being slashed. She said she didn't see it on TV. But we do know a lot of federal workers and government employees have been getting their jobs cut. I don't know where she been at to where she doesn't know. But maybe you should have been watching YT Wake 'em Up. Somebody said Miami-Dade County is over budget. And yes, the money is spent on the World Cup and that pointless arc that is being built.
And I didn't make it to that meeting because I was really sick. And I didn't even know it was going to be a meeting. Listen, the meeting was called late at the last minute, like a real true emergency. So it was for the next day though. But I didn't see none of that, so I didn't know anything about it. So the weekend went by and I was told that we had to come to the meeting if we missed the meeting, which was me. So I go to the meeting and I see a bunch of HR people lined up and my bosses, like my big bosses, and I'm looking like, what's going on here? So they go to tell us that we will be impacted by budget cuts. And it's not just we, like our entire department, the entire department. And then I'm not even gonna get on that yet, but the entire department is going to be impacted by budget cuts. So I'm still quiet. So then they say, if you haven't been here for 5 years, you're not invested, whatever the case is, you will be a part of that impact. And just so it's happened, I just left from my teaching career of 6 years to come and work for the local government. And a lot of people might want to say, why did I do that? Whatever. But it was just more free. Like, I don't know. It was something. I wanted a different scenery, so I did what I had to do.
She basically played herself. She left the job where she had some seniority and got this new government job, or newer. She wasn't there for enough time to be spared from the layoffs. All right.
I could easily go back to teaching. I don't know if that's what I'm going to do, but I can go back. So anyway, they tell us they're going to put some new positions up there. We can apply. Some of them will be full-time, some of them will be part-time. Make sure that we are eligible not eligible. We're qualified. We are qualified to work those positions. My problem is, it's in my department, they're laying off the managers. In my department, my little division, whatever, they're laying off the managers.
If they letting the managers go at your department or wherever you work, you know for a fact your job and your role, your position is not safe, most likely, if they're letting the managers go. That's one thing I'm finding this year. The fact that they're letting managers go, that tells you everything you need to know.
Because the managers are easier to cut and have one manager for several employees at the same location. Like, they see it like, why would you need 2 managers at the same location when one manager could manage everybody? And I get that. And I agree. Because when I first got there, that's what I thought it was. And then I come to find out it was 2 managers. And I was like, why? And I was over these little group of people, and that person was over the other group of people. So that was just, weird or whatever. But neither here or there, I didn't create the wheel, and I wasn't trying to recreate it because I was involved anyway, right? So all of a sudden, somebody get the bright idea that, yeah, it need to be one manager, and they control all of those people at their location. No shit, Sherlock. But in the process, families, hundreds of families. I'm not bringing this to y'all because it's just me and my little tiny department. That's a total of 50 people, I think, in my department. Salaries being taken alone. And I don't know how much they get paid or whatever, but right there is probably like, about $1 million, 1.5 million. And then it's probably way more than that. I said 50, huh? I don't know. But anyway, it's millions of dollars. So by millions of dollars, so that's one department. And they just, when we was asking questions, nobody know why. Nobody know how. And I come to y'all with this, not to only bring awareness, but I like to know how. I like to know why. And to just be abruptly taken from my comfort zone when I wasn't even looking for a job, it bothers me. And I'm wondering, is this even possible?
You shouldn't have a comfort zone at a 9 to 5. That's the issue. People are getting comfortable. They think they'll be there forever. They think they're irreplaceable. I hate to be the one to keep talking about it, but AI is replacing the human workers. You know, so it's like, nah, you're replaceable more than you think. And key point, she said that they're saving millions. Just a small amount of people, even if they cut 50 people, if they made 100,000 per year each salary, that's 5 million saved just from that 50 people that were cut. You see what I'm saying? So imagine these companies that are cutting thousands, they are saving millions. Where do you think those savings are going to go towards? Innovation, AI.
Can you just scream budget cuts and just let hundreds and thousands of programs and employees just go like that? Can you just do that? And who
Yes.
is it to benefit?
The company.
It's not gonna benefit us in the long run.
Of course not.
We already know that. So who is it benefiting? Then I turn around and I do more research all to find out that my county is funding the World Cup next year. And it will really hurt me to find out that I got cut from my job so a motherfucker could play soccer. Now, I'm not saying soccer is not a good sport or none of that. What I'm saying is, if it's not broken, what's there to fix? You gonna cut all these fucking people off, all to turn around and watch soccer and have a cold heart about it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I had a certain respect for our mayor here in Miami-Dade County until this happened.
Not a cold heart, no heart. Yeah, these people take sports very seriously, but if they're having the World Cup in that state, then imagine how much money that will generate. So yes, it is beneficial to them, not the employee, but to the mayor, to the city, state, all of that money that's going to flow in through people coming to watch the World Cup. That's the same like when they have the Super Bowl in a certain state. Like if they have one coming to your state, it'll generate a lot of money. Even the championship for the NBA, that generates a lot of money. Connect the dots to what I'm saying. A lot of money going to be made. That's why the layoffs are happening. I believe so. I feel that. That makes sense of why they're doing it. You might not respect it. You might not understand it. But when you connect the dots, it's easily understood.
Hear me when I say it is absolutely important for you to have more than one source of income so that when that one source of income gives you a severance package, you're not too much worried about where you're going to get money from. Yeah, I literally just got my severance package no more than 2 hours ago. After I literally got up this morning, 8 o'clock, went into work, and was working on a bulletin board project. I randomly get a meeting notification put on my calendar, and I'm like, not saying where I was, I gotta be careful. But I was 45 minutes away from the office. So I was like, hey, this is kind of unexpected. Like around that time that you're trying to meet, there is traffic and it might take me quite some time to get there. She says, oh, no worries. I end up getting a text message from my supervisor and she asked me if one of our meetings today is supposed to be in person or virtual. Ends up canceling that meeting, and yeah, I end up seeing her at the HR office. I had no idea I was literally walking into my last day of work.
Those random meetings, take notes, y'all. This is the second person that said it, and everybody that's been getting laid off have been saying it. They see a random meeting pop up on their schedule and they end up getting laid off. That's what that meeting is about. It wasn't random to them, it was random to you, but they planned it already. They knew it was coming, you just didn't.
Work, or I should say my final few minutes, because I had worked up until 8 o'clock until 2 o'clock. But y'all know, it's funny how God works. God works in mysterious ways. I never signed a new lease for the city that I moved to for this job. My family is putting together a compound, and I let them know about this, and that's the purpose of the compound, is so that when one person falls, we all band together. I was sitting in that meeting with a lot of confidence, knowing that I have 3 other sources of income, 3 other contracts, and I'm going back to my family compound.
Hey, that's a good family. Them setting up a family compound so when one person falls, essentially that person can lean on them. That's solid. I like that. I said that communes and compounds would be a thing that people have to start doing. seeing somebody black talk about it, that's amazing. Just because that's not our expertise. That's not our culture. That's really not what we into. I'm going to just say it like that. But it's going to have to be. I like that.
I'm very blessed, I will say, because I have an ex-coworker who also got a severance package a few months ago and signed a new lease a couple months before getting that severance package, and that could have been me. I was talking to my dad, and he was like, yeah, you're not built for that kind of stress. God knew what he was doing. And he absolutely did. I'm not built for that kind of stress. And I would go crying to my daddy very quickly. And this isn't my first severance package in my lifetime. I've gotten one before. But I don't know. I think this one is a little bit higher than the last severance package I got. So it's not foreign to me, but it is very abrupt because, again, I went into work not thinking that the meeting on my calendar was going to be me getting laid off. And the reason that I really am just sad about it is because it's my students. Like, I work with youth. I work with high school students.
Okay.
So you just don't care.
No, they don't care.
I'm just not supposed to care. I'm not supposed to go back there and say my goodbye. I'm not allowed to do that. Every time my last few jobs, I've started to do things for my business or for myself, I end up getting pushed out of my job, or I end up leaving because my businesses are doing so well. So this is the second time, and I'm gonna take this as a sign for I need to focus on my businesses. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Make sure you have more than one source of income.
Yes, I was going to say, that means you need to go all in. That's a sign that you need to lock in so you no longer have to clock in. Go all in on that business because you're being shown that, look, these jobs not for you. That's not where you're supposed to be at. Every time you get a job, they let you go. When you leave that job, your business start going up, or right before, to lock in on the business. If you got a business or a side hustle, you need to lock in. You will thank yourself later. Let me know what y'all think about this one, family. Layoffs. Once you see that you have a random meeting, you already know what that means. I appreciate y'all. Peace. Tell my Hebrew fam shalom. I will catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching.